Hello, it's Dorothy Armstrong here again, taking you today on a similar walk to the last recording. I'm again in the north of Scotland in the Cairngorms, just outside Whitlock Bay, and we are in the midst of autumn. So I thought today I would share with you this beautiful walk and stroll on what seems like a carpet of autumn leaves alongside the river tilt you may hear in the background. And today I wanted the theme to be around mindfulness or being present. Some of you may know that I recently completed James Baraz Awakening Joy teacher training, which was inspired by studying Awakening Joy with the lovely Catherine and Liz during book club. I actually did 2 book clubs of Awakening Joy and then decided to go and do the teacher training. So I'm now running my own programme, and this week it's chapter 2 we're looking at, or theme 2, which is around being present or being mindful. And I was listening to James whilst walking, whilst doing some of my own practice of being present, and it does feel really joyful, particularly in this setting. So I thought I would share some of it with you. I'm just going to get a little bit nearer to the river here and just take a moment to enjoy that. And I love James's metaphor around when we are meditating or being mindful, how often that practice can turn to judgment or negative criticism of ourselves. And what he suggests beautifully is actually to treat ourselves like we might think of training a puppy dog. And when we first, and many of you may have dogs, maybe dog owners, you may look after dogs. But what he was describing is that when we find ourselves, our mind wandering, when we're aiming to be present, when we're aiming to meditate or be mindful in the current moment, that we consider instead to treat ourselves like we would that little puppy. And that is to recognise that it's gone wandering off, it's being curious, but indeed we would just remind that puppy that it's okay, but we now have to come back and be aware of our thoughts and just notice that we've wandered off into that curious mind that we have, often thinking about the past. We may be ruminating, we may be celebrating, but very often we're thinking of maybe what we've not done, or an issue or a concern in our lives. Or indeed, I know that I'm very much future focused, so we might spend that time instead thinking about what's on our to-do list, what we need to do, rather than actually enjoy where we are in the here and now. So as you're out and about, if you're looking for opportunities to be more mindful, to be current, to be in the present moment, it doesn't mean that you have to be sitting cross-legged meditating. We can actually be mindful and present in many situations, including like today, being in nature, going for a beautiful walk here in Scotland, noticing the trees, noticing the colour, noticing the sounds around me, even the rustle that my footsteps make as I walk across these beautiful leaves, and just enjoy. And he also reminds us that if we can simply take those 15 seconds to enjoy this moment, to soak it up like a sponge, even for 15 seconds, 6 times a day, which is a tiny amount of time in our busy days, and that can have a huge impact on our well-being. It can help to rewire and to recharge those neural pathways in our brain and actually experience more joy. Thank you.